Okay, that's all for me, thank you.
All right. Just another one I want cake to eat it too. Here is a recommendation from Ed Garland regarding possible rezoning the acre.
That's all right, I got a number.
This taken together with the plan of those potential whitewater park. Now this isn't done because of the plans for the whitewater park, but this can be done without the whitewater park. It's my opinion that the acre has deteriorated pretty far. A lot of empty buildings down there. People have recently bought a couple buildings down there for next to nothing, which is good for them. And they're renovating at low cost and then renting them. But this is the largest part of riverfront property we have. The city has 40 acres down there, which hopefully we're going to be able to develop through Whitewater Park and planning. This changes the zone down there to a proposed whole new zone.
Proposed to what?
Right now it's R2 on both sides of the acre with a service commercial corridor that runs relatively down, generally down Pike Street. And then of course you have a light industry where Colmar and Skydyne are, which that's not going to be affected because it's it's several parcels but two businesses. So you can see the proposal. It's a higher density residence with retail and multiple use. Proposal is to allow hotels, bed and breakfasts, townhouses, businesses, professional offices, light retail, health and fitness centers, boat rentals, museums, art dealerships, a whole lot. This should hopefully open the door to investment. There's underutilized parcels down there of riverfront, which hopefully will be desirable for investors. There are some large parcels down there that might be attractive for outside money, which are severely underutilized right now. I mean, there's several parcels down there which just store tractor trailers, and one of them's on the river. We've got a flow jeans building that is just deteriorating, and not much can be done with it. So, take this home, look at it, come back to the next code meeting with questions, suggestions, comments.
Well, it looks like you got two things going on here. One is basically the townhouse thing, the row house thing that I see here. And then you got a whole bunch of other stuff here in this memorandum. Is that additional proposed uses in that same zone, or those existing, those uses are not existing right now?
Right.
The banks,
No.
whatever all those things.
Right, not in the R2 zone.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a large section of the city, but...
Well, as far as this goes here, you're creating a new waterfront district, discussed in 2009, and this is just for this area?
Yes.
Everything that's R2 down there now?
Yep, just the acre, from basically Colmar all the way down past the park into the vacant 20 acres that are past the park. And a little bitty corridor up there which kind of runs up towards North Street.
What about, the service commercial would stay the same on Pike Street?
Yeah, I mean, those actual lines might get redrawn, possibly narrowed a little bit.
But what about the...
But that's open. I mean, that's open for discussion.
What about the R2 all the way over there into High Street, Chestnut Street, that area? Would that be incorporated in this also, or is it just...
Well, not initially, no. That's not off the table. Of course, I mean, you have one business.
We've got to go all the way down.
So...
I mean, most of that large parcel there, that's all the city park, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 40 acres, so it's in two.
Well, I mean, we're not talking about developing that for any of this, are we?
No, well, most of that second parcel is down in the floodplain down here. We can't do much with. But down
You
by
can build-
Marvin's Island is where they want to put the kayak park in.
Okay.
So if they're going to make an attraction there, it should increase the value and usability of the
Yeah, but
entire.
you can't build on the city park.
No, but it's city park.
Right.
I mean, we could. I don't think anything prevents us from selling it or subdividing it, or whatever, you know.
Well, you have
It's
to-
our stuff.
You have to go to the state has to approve it, though.
I don't know.
Yes, the
Depends
state-
on how
the
it's
state-
created.
The state has to approve any
I
change
think-
in parkland ownership, the state legislature has to approve.
It's different than Elks Park Park, though.
But it's still state, it's still public park. It has to go through the state legislature.
I don't know about that.
Church Street has to go through the state because it went
It
to
won't,
the
though.
state to protect it.
See, Elks Park was created differently, and I don't know.
As far, my understanding was any parkland that a community owns that it wants to sell or develop or do anything with has to go to the state legislature for approval.
In any event,
Okay.
I don't think we're considering
Well,
selling city
I
property.
you missed most of the R2 discussion at the end of 2009. I'll be happy to bring you up to date at the next meeting. I'll bring forward some of my
Well,
documents on all
most
that.
of it.
And I'll bring some of that in here, because I have some concerns about that with respect to the town, the row houses, as I like to call them. I know
Yeah,
the more attractive thing is
derogatory name, it works well for
Call
you.
'em whatever you
But
want.
I think there's some issues with the proposal, the increase in density, for example. I don't agree that Riverside Park should be developed for housing.
Anyway, I have no more new business, Jim. That's not going for.
Well, did we pay Mr. Garland to prepare all this wonderful
This,
paperwork here?
I believe, comes through CDA. I'm not sure.
I think we...
Kathy said she's got it.
All right, well, that's fine. All right, we'll discuss it at the next meeting, that's fine.